Welcome to SPASRO. Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we will see about Saturn in third house. In astrology, the position of Saturn in the third house of a birth chart can have several implications and influences on a person's life. However, it's important to remember that astrology is a belief system and not scientifically proven. Interpretations can vary among astrologers, but here are some general insights into what Saturn in the third house might signify. 1. Communication challenges. The third house is associated with communication, learning, short trips, and siblings. When Saturn is placed here, it could indicate that the person might experience challenges or restrictions in communication. They may be reserved, serious, or cautious in their speech and might find it difficult to express themselves freely. This placement might also indicate a disciplined approach to learning and education, but it could also lead to feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt in this area. 2. Serious and practical thinking. Saturn's influence can bring a serious and practical mindset to the way the individual thinks and communicates. They might have a structured and methodical way of approaching intellectual matters, but this can also lead to overthinking or being overly critical of their own ideas. 3. Siblings and relationships with relatives. The third house also relates to siblings and the extended family. With Saturn here, there could be a sense of responsibility or burden related to siblings or close relatives. This might manifest as taking on caretaking roles or feeling a duty to support or guide them. 4. Short journeys and local environment. Saturn's presence might make the individual prefer routine and familiarity when it comes to short trips and their immediate surroundings. They might be cautious travelers and tend to stick to familiar places. 5. Writing and communication skills. Depending on other factors in the chart, Saturn in the third house could lead to a focused and disciplined approach to writing, speaking, or other forms of communication. However, there might be a tendency to be overly critical of one's own work or to feel inhibited when expressing themselves creatively. 6. Learning challenges. While Saturn's influence can enhance discipline and dedication to learning, it might also indicate a fear of failure or a sense of inadequacy in the learning process. This can be a double-edged sword, driving the person to work harder but also causing them stress and anxiety about their academic performance. Remember that astrology is a complex and nuanced system, and the interpretation of Saturn in the third house can vary based on the overall context of the birth chart, the aspects that Saturn forms with other planets, and the individual's personal experiences. It's important not to take these interpretations as deterministic or absolute, but rather as potential influences that can be navigated and understood in various ways. Certainly, here are some additional insights into Saturn in the third house. 7. Social interaction and relationships. Saturn's presence in the third house might lead the individual to approach social interactions and relationships with a certain level of caution or reserve. They might feel more comfortable in one-on-one or smaller group settings rather than large gatherings. Building close, meaningful connections could take time, as they may be selective about the people they let into their inner circle. 8. Self-expression and confidence. This placement could potentially bring challenges in terms of self-expression and self-confidence. The individual might struggle with feeling inhibited when trying to convey their thoughts and ideas to others. Overcoming these challenges could involve a process of learning to trust their own voice and cultivating a stronger sense of self-assurance. 9. Intellectual depth. On a positive note, Saturn's influence could bring depth and seriousness to the way the person processes information and engages in intellectual pursuits. They might have a knack for thorough research, careful analysis, and a methodical approach to problem solving. 10. Responsibilities in the local community. The third house also relates to the immediate community and neighborhood. With Saturn here, the individual might feel a sense of responsibility toward their local environment. This could manifest as involvement in community projects, volunteering, or feeling a duty to contribute positively to the immediate surroundings. 11 Learning disabilities and overcoming challenges *. Depending on other factors in the chart, Saturn in the 3rd house could sometimes indicate challenges in traditional learning environments. Dyslexia, speech impediments, or other learning disabilities might be possible. However, this placement could also signify a strong determination to overcome such challenges through hard work and perseverance. 12 Adapting communication style *. Saturn's influence might lead the individual to adapt their communication style to different situations. They could come across as serious and reserved in formal settings, but more open and relaxed in familiar company. Adapting this way can serve them well in navigating various social dynamics. 13 Siblings and relationships *. While Saturn can bring a sense of responsibility toward siblings, it's important to note that this might also lead to strained relationships at times. The individual might feel burdened by familial expectations or obligations, which could impact the dynamics within the family. 14 Writing and journalism *. If other aspects support it, Saturn in the 3rd house could also indicate an affinity for writing, particularly in structured and disciplined formats like journalism or technical writing. The person might excel in conveying complex ideas in a clear and organized manner. Remember that the interpretation of Saturn in any house is influenced by the entire birth chart, including the signs, aspects, and positions of other planets. Astrology is a holistic system that requires careful consideration of all these factors to provide a comprehensive and accurate analysis of an individual's personality and life experiences. Of course, here are some more insights into Saturn in the 3rd house. 15 Time management and planning *. Saturn's presence in the 3rd house can lead to a disciplined and structured approach to time management. The individual may be skilled at planning and organizing their daily routines, which can help them achieve their goals efficiently. However, this might also lead to overloading themselves with tasks, potentially causing stress if they're not careful about balancing work and relaxation. 16 Conservative views and traditionalism *. The conservative nature of Saturn combined with the 3rd house's influence on communication might make the individual lean towards traditional views and values. They could be drawn to conventional wisdom and may not easily embrace new or unconventional ideas. 17 Public speaking and communication challenges *. Saturn's influence could manifest as difficulties in public speaking or presenting in front of groups. The fear of being judged or making mistakes might hold them back. However, with time and practice, they could develop more confidence in their ability to convey their thoughts effectively. 18 Routine learning and specialized knowledge *. Saturn in the 3rd house might lead the individual to excel in subjects that require deep, focused study. They might prefer specialized or technical fields where they can delve deeply into a subject matter and master it thoroughly. Their approach to learning could be methodical and patient. 19 Serious and thoughtful conversations *. This placement might make the person gravitate towards serious and thoughtful conversations. They may not be inclined to engage in small talk and might prefer discussions that have substance and depth. This can lead to rich and meaningful connections with others who share similar interests. 20 Short-term goals and ambitions *. Saturn's influence could impact the way the person sets and pursues short-term goals. They might have a clear plan and a step-by-step approach to achieving their objectives. However, they should be cautious about becoming overly focused on their ambitions to the point of neglecting other important aspects of life. 21 Patience and long-term endeavors * Saturn's presence in the 3rd house might teach the individual the value of patience when it comes to their intellectual pursuits. They may need to work diligently over an extended period to see the results they desire. Learning to appreciate the process rather than rushing toward quick outcomes could be a valuable lesson. 22 Adapting to change * While Saturn can represent resistance to change, being placed in the 3rd house might encourage the person to develop the ability to adapt their communication style and mindset to changing circumstances. This adaptability could serve them well in both personal and professional situations. 23 Teaching and mentoring * depending on other chart factors, Saturn in the 3rd house could indicate a potential for teaching or mentoring roles. They might excel at guiding others through structured and systematic learning processes. It's important to remember that astrology is subjective and open to interpretation. While these insights provide a general understanding of what Saturn in the 3rd house might symbolize, individual experiences and circumstances can vary greatly. For a more accurate and comprehensive analysis, considering a full birth chart reading with an experienced astrologer can provide deeper insights tailored to your specific situation.